Hey, it's 103.5 The Beat, Miami's new number one for hip hop, R&B, and the Breakfast Club. Papa Keith here with probably one of the most talented and exciting artists, aka soca artists that I've seen come around in a long time. He goes by the name of Voice. How are you, my brother?
Yes. Just cool, blessed, highly favored. Can't complain. And I mean, good things happening. We've been making progress, from the pandemic to now. So, I mean, I feel truly blessed. Truly blessed.
You are truly blessed. Not just blessed with the talents, but just blessed in terms of the energy that you give off to other people as well. I've been following your career from the Trinidad diaspora. I wasn't born in Trinidad, but both of my parents are from Trinidad. So,
nice.
I'm in the thing pretty heavy.
You're still a Trini. You're still a Trini.
Of course. I always tell people, if a dog and a dog have sex with us, make a dog, right?
Correct. Very correct.
Right. So if two Trinis come together, they make a Trini.
Right.
And Brooklyn Trinis are more Trinis than Trinidadians.
Yes. Facts.
So listen, I had the pleasure of being at Voice and Friends at Arts Park in Hollywood. I think it was a couple months ago. You were here, man, and it was such a treat to see you perform. Finally, that was my first time seeing you perform, live. So it was such a good opportunity. I want to just take it back a little bit before we get to all the stuff you're here for, and of course, Miami Carnival this Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
How did you enter? How did you realize? Listen, I have something here. The world needs to know. How did you enter into this?
Well, it's a pretty long story. I try to make it as short as possible. But it started in school, and from St. School, I went to St. George's College, and there I was pursuing a degree. Well, I was doing music at the point in time, right? I was doing music in CXC, and me at the point in time being very lazy, I was actually playing the pan, right? Because each student will have to play an instrument for the final exam.
Right.
And like months leading up to the exam, I realized that you could sing. So I told myself, yo, why are you going through all of this thing to learn notes and whatever on a pan when you could just learn a song? Because I always had a passion for music, right? And even prior to that, I've been writing songs like on my own, just for leisure and that kind of stuff. So I always had a passion for music. At that point in time, I didn't know I could sing, honestly. Right. So I say, you know what? I'm going to take the easy way out of this exam, learn a song, sing a song, and call her George. And then I remember even leading up to the exam, the first time I sang, my teacher was like in total shock because she had no idea that was me. And even in the exam, I remember the examiner was like, yo, you have an amazing voice and that kind of thing. And that examiner, Miss Grandison, much love to her. She happened to be the lady that organized the whole choir, Bishop's Ansi choir, for when I did Alive and Well and that kind of thing. So
wow.
She went from examiner to very, very close person in my career. You know what I mean? But it's sent from since there, and even back then in St. George's College, I was more focused on football and soccer. And I wanted my degree and a scholarship, a football scholarship. And at the point in time when I started singing, I entered a competition, Synergy Soca Star, right? And I realized my level of influence or my impact on music was way bigger than with me playing football. And I felt like, you know what? Maybe this is where I was supposed to be, because even as a youth, even very, very small, when I'm talking like 9-10 years, I remember tying up my head with a towel like Bungie Garlin, because I was a huge Bungie Garlin fan.
Me too.
And I would sing, I would sing all Bungie Garlin songs word for word, wow, on top of like gravel and that kind of thing back then. So I tell myself, you know what, maybe this is full circle. Maybe this is where I needed to be in life. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to pursue music at a different level. I'm going to give it my all and just see what happens. Right? Well, I joined.
Let me break right there and ask you, what was the name of that song that you sang for your exam?
Lord, We Need You.
Okay, thank you. All right, continue.
never really. Yeah, and this was well when I entered University of the West Indies, I was doing a degree in theater with the sole purpose of bringing theater into soca music.
Oh
So
wow.
I only did I that was like I tell people the story. I was like, yo, so you knew this? It's like, you know, I mean, when they say you speak things into existence, you
Yeah.
claim things, you know what I mean? And so from since then, I felt like, yo, I am going to be a soca artist. I am going to be, you know, established in this industry. And I felt like I needed something more visually. I felt like soca music needed something more visually, you know, in the industry now.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what, I'm gonna do theater arts and a minor in music. And I'm gonna try and bring all my knowledge into the soca. And so said, so done, because on my last year in UE, right, that it was 2016, and everything just, you know what I mean, transformed for me,
Yeah.
total 180. Even prior to that, I joined a songwriting slash production company, Full Blown Entertainment, where I was able to nurture my talent. And you know what I mean, prior to that, I was writing songs and whatnot, but with Full Blown Entertainment, with their help, with their guidance, with their
Yeah.
sense of direction and whatnot, I was able to kind of make things right, make songs make sense, make melodies match, learn structure and that kind of thing. So from days when I started writing my own songs, and I was like, yo, you have a vibes of this, you know what I mean?
That's a fact.
I remember, yeah, I remember my first big song that I wrote was Too Real for Cohen Dubois. And in that year was definitely also another turning point for me, because it's like, yeah, I was doing writing, yeah, I was seeing a little success as a songwriter, but my main goal was to be an artist.
Yeah.
And do I was releasing songs from since 2012. I would have been releasing songs year after year after year, and it would have gone on deaf ears, you know what I mean? So
Right.
it's like no airplay, no attention, no, and I would have been working behind the scenes, just trying to, you know, make progress. And in 2014, I believe, is when we did Too Real for Cohen. I told myself, you know what? If you could write the Soca Monarch song, then probably you could sing the Soca Monarch song. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it was just simply me motivating myself, and
yeah.
I actually had a good relationship, a good rapport with Cohen. And in 2016, when I wrote Unforgettable, he was like, yo, short man, if you want to be an artist, come out from behind the curtain. You had to stop hiding. You had to, you know what I mean? Write something on your rhythm. Let me see. And I remember I just took that little advice and I went to the studio with one line: from your wake up this morning is a winner. And the rest was history.
Man. and then you continue, and the beauty of it is since that song, you've continued to outdo yourself to the point where like I would love to call it the Trinidadian national anthem. You know, I mean, you know, like I sing it like almost every day. It makes me feel proud. You know, when that Chini Fete is niceness. I mean, you know what I mean? Just that's just gonna, like, you've written classics, you've created classics, and you continue to make classics. So I'm so happy that you found yourself and you decided and you made all those positive and good decisions, not only, you know, for yourself, but for all of us who enjoy it. You know what I mean? This is big time. I mean, you really, that's really the national anthem to me. Like, that makes me feel so proud to be from Trinidad. That song, it just does stuff for me, and I never get tired of it. So I'm giving you roses, obviously, as I interview you here as well. You know, I just want to let you know how much you're appreciated. How'd you get the name Voice?
Voice was actually given to me by my manager a couple of years ago, right? I remember just starting off in the business. Well, actually, it's funny enough, right? Let me give you a quick story.
All right.
I actually started off doing reggae. Yeah, I actually
Bungee
started off doing
Bungee too.
Right, Bungee too, our goal initially was that here we're going on. In order for us to make some sort of mark in the reggae industry, we have to build fans home first. So we will do soca, build our fan base, and then go into the reggae. And, you know, Well, as you could see, I never reached back to the reggae zone. You know what I mean? Because soca, when I discovered the love and the energy for soca music, um, I mean, yo, it was like nothing could compare to that, right? And I
Unmatched.
remember we unmatched, yeah, and we were in a competition, and the competition was like, yo, you need to have a sobriquet, right? Or if you want to use your real name, and in that moment, Aaron St. Louis, I wasn't really feeling that vibe. So I spoke to my manager. I was like, yo, how can we come up with a name? What name? And probably like a couple hours after, he came and he's like, Voice. I was like, why? And he's like, well, in the Bible, when God chose Moses to lead the people out of Egypt, Moses thought he wasn't eloquent enough. So he called on his brother Aaron to be the voice. And my real name is Aaron.
Oh.
So I am now voice of the people.
It is written.
Yeah.
It is written.
Yeah.
It is written. Wow. That's amazing. You had to tell that story, and thank you for sharing that.
No problem.
I know that you probably have big plans, you know, as you're saying in an interview, you have big plans for soca music. What are some things you would like to see for soca music? What are some things you like to accomplish? And I'm going to say something before I pass it to you. Me from the diaspora, growing up and really growing up in hip hop, and I'm on a hip hop station and stuff like that. I always felt like Trinidadians or soca music was like, it's mine. You know, it wasn't meant for everybody. It wasn't inviting. I remember even why I always say Brooklyn Trinis are more Trinis than Trinis, because we always felt like we weren't good enough, or we weren't accepted as people who were born in Trinidad, because it was like a cult more than it was like with reggae music, where it's like one love. Yeah, man, come, reggae music is for everyone. It was like soca music was a cult. You know, and I've seen some artists try to break out. I know Marshall has done it naturally. And then Bungie, you know, he's done his part to, you know, to cross over, they say. But, you know, can you speak on that and then tell me where you'd like to see things go?
Well, funny enough, you touched on that, because that's exactly where I was going. And honestly, I think the key is changing the mentality of not just the artists, not just the promoters, but the entire industry holistically. Everyone who's involved, from the patron, right? The person that is buying music, to the person that's producing, the person that's writing. The mentality definitely needs to change. We are not trying to cross over. We are not trying to reach out there and do something that we don't usually do. We are not trying to do hip hop. We are not trying to do pop. We are not. This is what I believe. I feel like we should sell what is ours. Like, we are Trinis. We do soca. This is our culture. This is part of who we are for a reason, right? And you don't want to go there and do something that is not of you, is not representative of you. I feel like we should give 100% of us, and is not necessarily about going out there and doing a pop song and trying to get this song and this song to cross over and that song. But why not we as a people invite them to come here, come and experience this. Carnival is the greatest experience any person on the face of this earth will ever have in their entire life. I say that without a doubt.
Yeah.
We need to invite the people. We need to collaborate. We need to let them feel the love, let them feel the energy, feel the joy this our music brings. This is who we are. This is Trinidad and Tobago, one of the happiest places on the face of the earth. And we know that is a fact.
Yes.
You know what I mean? People want to feel happy. We will find happiness even in the midst of a pandemic. Right? We will find happiness. This is who we are as a people. And I feel like I feel like the direction needs to change. It's not necessarily a few people going out, but it's more we as a collective bringing them in, inviting them home. Take off your shoes, cock up your foot. This is who we are. Enjoy it. You know what I mean?
I respect that. Talking about happy people and pandemic, you did something pretty amazing during the pandemic with your social media. Can you please talk to my audience about it?
Vibes at Voice.
Yeah.
Yo, this thing just blew up out of nowhere. Like, I remember October 29th, I remember it as if it were yesterday, and this is when, shortly after, our Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, said, unless a dramatic wind blows over Trinidad and Tobago, we will not be having a carnival. And my friend and I, Penny, we decided, you know what, let's go live. Let's, get a vibe from the people, from the artists, and, check in and see what's happening. Because at that point in time, it was a tough time for all the artists. Because, I mean, in all honesty, we knew there was no way we could have a carnival.
Right.
But hearing the news, it was totally different. Right. So that first live on Tuesday, October 29th, we felt like it was just something to reach out to other artists, to reach out to the people, and just vibe with them. And we did it. That was the first time I went live like that, like actually talking to the people. I was never that kind of person before.
Right.
And one thing led to the next. That night they asked us, if we could do another one next week. And so the following Tuesday we did one, and then the third week we missed the Tuesday. Right, something came up and we ended up missing Tuesday. We were like, you know what, we will go Thursday.
Mhm.
And that Tuesday was when the live just blew up. Major Hype came on, Lyrical came on, Nadia Batson came on. It was a lot of Cranium came on, and people was like, yo, we actually enjoying this. Why not do it every Thursday? And somebody in the comments, I didn't even write it. Someone in the comments was like, yeah, let me vibe with Voicey.
Oh,
and
wow.
I put in the comments, swear it was totally organic. And that's why I honestly believe that the people took this brand or this product and ran with it, because they knew, we know that, they made it into what it is. Like it's all for the people, by the people, of the people, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Vibes with Voicey, and the fan base began growing like rapidly. The demand for the live every week was there. We started having corporate coming on board. Digicel came on board. Martel came on board. We started doing games. We started doing competitions. We started showcasing talent.
Yeah.
We started touching on topics that needed to be touched on in society. We dealt with issues, and it felt like the perfect balance for the young and the older, the older audience. And what it also did was it took a lot of stress from people. Like, yo, we got multiple messages, numerous messages, like, you all don't even know we all doing, like, people actually looking forward to Thursdays, people having lives, people gathering as a family unit to come and watch the live, and you know what I mean? So
Big time.
The people really made Vibes with Voicey what it is today. And from that, we felt like, we had to reach out to some of the people, and that's the whole idea of the tour. So we ended up doing the tour. We started in Miami, we went to Houston, we went to Atlanta, we went to DC, we went to Boston, and then we finished the tour in New York City, which was the ultimate. The New York show was insane, right? Probably close to 4,000 people. It was huge, crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, man. And again, thank you for doing that. It was amazing. I chimed in a few times to check it out, and it was everything and more. So let's get into this weekend. Of course, it's Miami Carnival weekend that we enter into. There's a lot of events, but the carnival. So this is pretty much the only, well, Orlando did something, but this is pretty much the biggest carnival and the only carnival that we're having. And you're going to
highly anticipated.
Yes, highly anticipated. I think everybody's coming from everywhere for
it's
this.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yes. So tell us how you feeling about going into this weekend, and specifically Sunday for the actual carnival down at the South Florida Fairgrounds.
I feel good. I feel excited. A part of me is still down. Condolences to Marlon, Wasi, the entire family.
I was gonna get into the Mia.
Yeah, we lost someone very, and I actually knew Mia like that. You know what I mean? So, it is a very, very tragic, unfortunate event. So send condolences and love to that situation. So I mean, coming from that. Yeah, me there?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, just got a call there. Sorry about that. yeah, coming off of the heels of that situation. I mean, we're just trying to make the best of the moment right now. It's been a tough year all around for most of us, artists included. A lot of people feel like the artists had it nice, but you know what I mean? It's been a tough year all around for entertainment side of the industry as well, of the world as well. You know what I mean? So we're still excited. We're still anticipating that energy, that love from the people, because this is what we live for. This is what we do. This is our bread and butter. This is life, yo. This is life. So like, I am so happy to be here, so happy to be performing for people, so happy to be doing what I love. And I know the true culmination of this will be Miami Carnival. This is what we've been waiting for.
Yes.
This is what we've been praying for, what we've been hoping for. And we have it here now. So just enjoy to the fullest, make memories, and have a time. Have a time. I'm really excited.
We're definitely gonna have a time. This is the closest we're gonna get to Trinity Carnival, so we have to make the most of it. You know what I mean? I'll be at the event. I'll be there hosting, so I can't wait to meet you in person this Sunday for sure, man. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for lending us your talents and your energies and everything. As far as, I just want to make a quick comment, since you brought it, I was going to bring it up as well. But with Eternal Vibes and Giselle Owasi one and their daughter Mia Marcano, I just want to say how much I appreciate seeing everybody come together for this. This, I mean, it's a very sad outcome, but the way how people dealt with it, I've been thanking people like all week on the radio for the post and the artists and just the heartfelt, it felt like such a community. And as unfortunate as it is, it was just beautiful to see people come together and support them in that way.
I agree.
So thank you for all that you've done. Thank you for everything again, Voice.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
All right, I'll see you Sunday, my brother. Enjoy
all
Miami.
Right, be safe. Love.
All right, love.